Hello everyone, it's been a while. No, I'm not dead. If I was dead, how could I be talking right now? Look, just because someone says they're going to do something on the internet and then doesn't do something, there are so many possible explanations that, most likely, they're not dead. So no, I'm not dead. Maybe if Metroid Dread didn't come out and instead Nintendo decided to develop a sequel to Metroid Other M, release an enhanced Switch port for $60 of the original in the vein of Skyward Sword HD, I would have lost the will to live. Okay, don't get me wrong, the preceding bit was not a jab at Skyward Sword HD actually. You know that feeling when you thought you didn't want something, but then only after you had it, did you realize that you couldn't live without it? That's me with Skyward Sword HD. So a Zelda game with a lot of problems really annoys me. It annoys me more than most people. So the fact that a good version of Skyward Sword exists is actually a better thing than if anything else came out in its place. Alright, Skyward Sword fans, I know what you're thinking. Gosh, BeanDude, why don't you shut the fuck up and actually play Skyward Sword all the way through before having this pretentious opinion about how good or bad it is? Well, I am going to do that, okay? You thought that this update had gone off the rails, like I was going off on a tangent about Skyward Sword for no reason? Do you even understand who I am? I am one of the biggest Zelda fanboys on this entire planet! When I complain about Skyward Sword, I am deeply sincere about everything. But that is with the context of the fact that because Zelda is one of my favorite things ever, I have really, really high standards for Zelda games. Of course, I don't think Skyward Sword is bad. It's just bad compared to other Zelda games, but it's still a Zelda game that has things that make Zelda good and is playable. So that is already better than 90% of other games I could be playing. There it is, announcement number 1. I will be streaming again eventually, and the first thing I plan on doing when I return is actually beating one of the 2 mainline Zelda games I haven't beaten. Look forward to BeanDude Beats Skyward Sword. This time he actually beats the game and isn't lying about it. Coming soon to a Twitch near you. Okay, on to the important stuff. Remember how I posted that trailer saying I was making new content? Well, I wasn't lying about that either. I actually was going to make new content. The problem is, I had no ongoing productions of content. I was more excited than anything to just make that trailer. It even had an original musical score. Well, I actually intended to follow through on that hype trailer, and that hasn't changed. The difference is this time I actually have stuff in the works that is nearing completion, and is almost ready to be out in a matter of days. First off, Pokemon Legends Arceus just came out, and I'm really excited. Either it's going to be really good, and I'll be gushing over that in the future, or it's going to be bad, in which case I can have the time of my life absolutely tearing it apart. Either way, Sinnoh is getting a lot of attention in the Pokemon universe right now, and it is just the right time. As of now, I will soon be putting up a review of a Pokemon anime episode that takes place in the Sinnoh region. I mentioned this a long time ago in my Switch app announcement video, but yeah, it's actually coming out now. Also, in honor of the new game release, look forward to a review of the Pokemon movie, Arceus and the Jewel of Life. Is it good? Is it bad? What are my thoughts? Stay tuned to this channel and find out. Ash, I wouldn't hold those melons like that if I were you. While I've always wanted to come back and start a regular content production schedule, the one thing that's held me back is my own self-doubt on whether or not I could deliver something that would meet professional standards. You know, like a good camera setup, good lighting, advanced editing, and of course, a good craft service table. Recently, I've realized that none of that matters. The only thing that does matter is whether or not the things I have to say are entertaining. And you know what? I think they are. So I'll start there. Maybe I should have tried that earlier. So, about a schedule. Well, truth be told, I'm not going to announce one here. Feeling the pressure to finish certain things by certain days is not going to help my confidence about getting things done. So I'm just going to emphasize that, while there isn't a strict schedule for these things coming out, they will be coming out on a regular basis. At the very least, expect 1 video a week. As for streaming, yes, I do plan on doing it again, but only to the extent that it doesn't interrupt my schedule of producing content. I feel like trying to stream full-time has run its course. I would much rather put out something that takes more effort than playing a game and talking. Speaking of playing a game and talking, I would be open to doing just that in Let's Play format in the future. I experimented with the idea with that Super Mario Bros. 2 video I did a while ago, where instead of doing something that spans many episodes, I chop it up a little and give it a more energetic pace and cover the whole game quickly enough to make it digestible for one sitting. Notice that I said I would be open to it. Right now I'd rather focus my time on something more original. For anyone who watched my streams over the last 6 years, thank you for keeping me doing something on the internet. I promise that from here, things are only going to get better. This is going to be my year. And with that, I'm out.